Hello and welcome to my country garden. Well, here in Scotland we're still in the midst of lovely warm weather and no rain. That's probably about 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks where we haven't had a drop of rain here in Scotland, and that is unusual. And it's good, I'm enjoying it, but of course it does mean that there's a lot of watering to be done because there's quite a lot of young plants that have been planted out in beds and borders and so on, so you need to keep on top of watering those. But it's a small price to pay, I think. Now, unfortunately, one of the trees that I bought last year didn't make it through the winter, so I've got back to the supplier and I'll talk to you about the result of that just in a little while. But first, I've got some things I want to harvest, and I'll just give you a little look at some of the things that I've planted out in the past week since I made my last video. I think things are coming on really quite well, but there's still lots to do. Okay, over here in this overgrown part of the garden, I've got a couple of pots with things in, and this pot has got some leeks that I've just noticed have all started to bolt. So I'm just going to harvest these because actually I want to take this pot and put it at the back and to put some, not quite sure what will go in it. I think I'm going to put a squash in here and grow one of the squash up at the back. But yeah, let's get these leeks out and we can see what we have. I think probably the heat just tipped them over the edge. So I don't know whether we'll get much eating in these, but I'm going to harvest them and I'll see if I can get anything out of them. And yeah, that'll be fine. That's annoying. They were okay. I noticed one or two last week and they've just all gone. Darn. I'm sure I'll be able to rescue something off this little batch of leeks. Now this bed has been successfully growing onions and lettuce together, but the lettuce is getting too big for its boots now. It's really quite large, as you can see. And I've been harvesting as much as I can do just to clear the bed to give the onions a chance now. So I'm going to harvest the rest of these lettuce, they're called freckles, and then give this bed a good water, and hopefully oh, there's a nettle. Yeah, and the onions will perk up, I'm sure. These onions are fasto. So let's just get the lettuce out. I mean, how about that for a head of lettuce? It's actually got quite huge. Let's get you. And you. There. So they certainly got a bit bigger than I anticipated. So the onions have been flattened a little bit, but I'm sure they will perk up. I'll just give it a good water and we'll see how they go. Meanwhile, I have lots of lettuce for me and the chooks and the quail. Right, I want to get some rhubarb. It's been doing great actually. Oh. So let's get some harvested. go. There we go. There we go. Some lovely rhubarb. There we go. Lovely little harvest. Some humongous lettuce. Some lovely scrumptious rhubarb and some leeks. Very happy. So I thought I'd try and make use of my 4 Dalek compost bins that are all pretty much full, but the compost isn't made yet. So I've topped the bins up, put some chicken manure pellets in and topped them up with compost. And I've put this is actually a Crown Prince squash. It's quite small, but I thought I've got a few of them, so I thought I'll just put that in there. A couple of flowers in there as well. And if we have a look up here, this is an Turk's turban squash. I've got some nasturtium in this one too. And then I've popped a couple of courgettes in. This is Astia with a few little bedding geraniums, and this one is Black Beauty. I don't really need any more courgettes. I've already got 3 plants in, but you know, if they come, they come. This is an experiment, so if they don't thrive, then that's fine, to be fair. But I thought it'd be quite an interesting experiment. Now, if these do die, I think I will try and replace them with something to see if I can use the space, maybe flowers or whatever. So I'd love to hear if any of you have done anything like this. My big wooden compost bins, I might try something with 1 or 2 of those bays as well. I popped in some more dwarf French beans yesterday. This is King of the Early. These are from Seeds of Scotland and are meant to be a variety that does well up here. And I've direct sown some things here. At the back here I've got Safari, a dwarf French bean. Here I've got Pongo, dwarf beans, and in this one here I've got some ruby chard. So they're direct sown, hopefully they will come up. And then just at the back there you see I've got a new obelisk, and I've got some peas growing up that. Actually it's Oregon sugar pod, so it's Monge 2, and they're fantastic, so I'm looking forward to having those. Behind me just wanted to show you how well my cauliflowers are doing. So these are a cauliflower called Skipper, and because of the nice weather we've been having, there hasn't been any slug damage or anything. Nothing hurting at the moment, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's nice. So we've got 6 at that side. I've got another 2 at this side, and then I've got some mustard and some calabrese just at the end there. It has had a little bit of a nibble, but it was quite small when that went in. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this bed. Now next to me you can see 2 patio fruit trees. This one is a fig. It is called Dory or Dorier. And this is a plum called Victoria. Now the fig's coming back after winter quite well. The plum unfortunately has not come back at all. Now I did do a video of me planting these trees and a third one which is a cherry, which is looking great. I'll show you that in a second. I did do a video of me planting these, and even at the time, I think it was in the summertime last year, I said that the plum looked a little bit worse for wear, but it could have just been the travelling, getting posted. So I gave it the benefit of the doubt and I tried to grow it on, and it did grow on, but yeah, it hasn't really come back this year. Now it's sort of leaking like moisture on its branches, and there tends to be, there's little, I don't know whether it's just dandelions or whether there is actually some fuzzy stuff growing on the plant. But anyway, I contacted the company that I bought this from, which was Pomona Fruits, because they aren't cheap, these plants, these trees. So I contacted Pomona Fruits, and actually I said, look, it's come back. It wasn't great when I got it. I've got a video where you can see me planting it, and I can also show you what it's looking like now. And I gave them those things, and within a couple of hours they came back to me and said, yep, we will send you a new tree and it will be with you shortly, which was great. I cannot, customer service, fantastic. Now, I don't know whether it would have been that easy if I didn't have the evidence, so to speak, i.e. what it looked like when it first arrived last year, but they were great, fantastic. So what I'm going to do is take this tree out and I'll show you the replacement, and I'll get that put in, and hopefully I will have a lovely, healthy plum tree going forward. So here's the replacement. It is the Sibley's Patio Plum Victoria, and it's looking rather nice. One of the branches, there was a little branch that I'd broken off in transit, but I'm really pleased with how this one looks. It's looking much healthier than my last one ever did, so let's see if I can keep it this way. So I have popped some fish blood and bone into the planting hole and around about. I'm going to top this up now with some compost, and hopefully we have ourselves a lovely, healthy plum. Okay, a couple of days have passed since I last did any recording. I didn't manage to get the video finished at the weekend, and I'm out after work in the evening in the garden to hopefully get the rest of it shot. So here I am in front of the little mini greenhouse that I built a few weeks ago, and this is actually going to be for the sweet peppers that I've been growing. And I've got 2 varieties of sweet pepper. These smaller ones, these are King of the North. These were sown later on. These were sown, I think, March time actually. And then I also have, I'm just about sitting on them. Here's one. And it is Sweet Pepper Del Rio. And you can see I've already got a pepper on there, a couple of peppers actually. So that's the 2 varieties of sweet pepper that I'm going to be growing, and I'm going to put them in here, and hopefully they will be warm enough when it's cooler and at the moment it's still roasty toasty, so that's fine. So I've topped up the bed here with another couple of bags of compost. Chicken having a shout over there. So I've topped up the bed here with another couple of bags of compost, and I'm just going to get these in and give them a good old water. 8 pepper plants it is. Let's get them in. Okay, I've got some sunflowers. I've actually got quite a lot of sunflowers, but I've got 3 sunflowers here of different varieties, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pot them up, each in a big pot like this, and this pot is going to sit behind this little tomato trellis so that they'll be on the other side of it. So I'm sort of hoping, because we're south facing, let me show you. Here's the tomato trellis, and there's 3 tomatoes on it. Now we're south facing, south that way, so I'm sort of hoping with the sunflowers there and the tomatoes here, and the sun comes up at this side and down at that side, that both the tomatoes and the sunflowers will get plenty of sun, and the sunflowers should be big enough just to either tower above or peek through the tomato foliage. That's the idea. So I'm just going to get the sunflowers in with a little bamboo cane, and I'll tie them to that, and then actually they should be able to be tied going forward onto the same bamboo cane as the tomatoes. So this one is called, it's just called red sunflower. It's a red sunflower. So we'll plonk this in. It's growing quite tall as it is, so I think it probably will need the height. We'll plonk in a support for it. Okay, that's one done, and I'll position it over at the back there just in a second, but let's get the others. This second one is called Harlequin, and as you can see it's already very tall. I think this might grow to about 6 feet-ish. Okay, Harlequin. And the last one, oh this is very thirsty, is called Black Magic. Okay, so here at the front are the 3 Outdoor Girl tomatoes, and each has got a little marigold in the pot. And then over the back, if I can just carefully go over, we have the 3 sunflowers. And I'm hoping that they'll grow up to the point where they can also be attached to the bamboo canes that the tomatoes will be. Oh, look at that lovely lovely looking in the background. Love it. Much excitement today. My rock rose has started to flower. This cistus has given me beautiful cerise flowers. They look like crepe paper. I just love, 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 love rock roses. But the flowers don't last long. I mean, look. Oh. These were on the plant just a few hours ago. But there's tons and tons of buds. So I'll get lots more, but again, they won't last that long. But oh, I just love them when they're out. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? Well, it took a few days, but I finally got everything recorded. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.